Hey everybody, Leo Dest here with the Access Control Executive Brief, and we're at the AI Discovery Zone here at ISC West. And the AI Discovery Zone, 10 companies have come together to showcase how AI is impacting their product as well as the overall industry. And one of the companies is Hivewatch, and somebody that we've gotten to know quite a bit. I think we've done like 17 of these at this point. So we're gonna try and bring something new and fresh in this one. But now, Ryan, thank you very much for being here. Thanks for supporting the AI Discovery Zone. And if you don't mind, introduce yourself, the company, and then we'll jump into some stuff.
Sure. Ryan Schonfeld, co-founder, CEO of Hivewatch, and we're a operating system for security operation centers. Drive more efficiency from detection through to resolution.
Very good. So your background, unique to the industry. Could you talk a little bit about yourself and then talk a little bit about the founding story around how Hivewatch has come to.
How long do we have?
Yeah, not too long, so
Okay, I suppose my story is not unique in that I started my career in law enforcement, although it's unique in that I'm now a founder of a software company.
Yes, that's where I'm getting at.
And I went from law enforcement I got into computer crimes kind of early on and was looking at ways to operationalize data at the time for criminal investigations and how to find and prosecute bad people. Worked in the global guarding world, kind of early days of the Affordable Care Act, and we're looking for ways to tech enable sort of this sleepy manual people business. Fortune 500 end user running global security technology, and then security consultant turned into managed service provider, and really ultimately realized that this was a software problem and started building software about 4 years ago.
Oh, very good. And then so it's evolved, I would say, from the moment of it too. So let's talk specifically around AI. And I know you have the AI operator. It's one of the products that you recently, or services that you recently brought to the marketplace. But outside of the AI operator side, talk about how AI is impacting your product, and which turns into the AI operator, I'm sure, is where we're going here. But like, how is it impacting your products and then the value that it's delivering to the market?
Yeah, I mean, I think broadly, starting more macro, that there's this trend of efficiency in security. And people, organizations are being challenged to either do more with less, or with what they have, take on more, and like a cost avoidance model. And so with regard to AI, I think that's probably the number one place that we're going to continue to find efficiency broadly across the organization. Now the question is, where do you get the best data to drive AI? I think there's a lot of sprinkle some AI on that. And if you walk around the show, there's some really cool, innovative products. And then there's a few things where it's a chat GPT wrapper and, not a lot kind of under the hood there. Data is really key for these programs as they think about, not just how we automate alarm response and things like that. I think that kind of becomes table stakes in the efficiency play. But data is the thing that these security leaders really need to drive operational efficiency, their ability to make decisions about where human capital costs can be found, reduced, reallocated. And I think that that's been a big challenge. And just AI on video by itself may not be enough context to make those decisions. And so for us, like sitting across the stack in the program, is where we really get excited about that broad data set and what you can do today and what you can do in the future with AI.
I get you. So a question for you around, knowing that you've spent a good amount of time with GSOCs on that end, I'm curious your take around.
I'm wearing my G-Socks.
You're wearing, I see you are wearing GSOCs.
Yeah. Thank you for noticing.
Well, you pointed it out, so it's kind of hard not to. So, yes.
Your opinion.
Yes, true. So if I would look at GSOCs, is that, are we in a moment of time where that's not a thing? Like, is this, because I keep seeing these different platforms.
Not a thing?
Yeah, so hear me out.
Yeah.
I've talked to companies from pure video side that are looking at applying AI and doing like filtering out things and alarms. I've met with a cyber company that has gotten into like anomaly detection, and that they're coming in from the exterior actually into the building. It seems like there's like 6 or 7 circles of a Venn diagram coming together where they come from different angles and they overlap into an area, which to me sounds like an operating system or a platform. So at that point, is a GSOC irrelevant as we know it, or is it relevant, but it's now called the IT department? Like I don't.
No,
How
I
do you
think
see
they're
it?
different things, and we've been hearing buzzwords around convergence for a long
Correct.
time of physical and cyber, and I think some of that's going to get forced now more than it has in the past because as we're seeing more of the physical security leader and buyer that historically reported to facilities, finance, HR is now starting to go up to the CTO, CIO,
Yeah.
CISO. I think you'll see some consolidation. I think the GSOC may be more broadly applied across both cyber and physical. I don't think it's irrelevant. I think it's becoming more relevant. I think its role is evolving and changing. And I think that if you look at the allocation of dollars within the GSOC, and actually this is fairly broad, like physical, global physical security is a multi-$100 billion industry.
Right.
70% roughly of that is spent on people doing manual things. And that's applicable to the GSOC as well. And so I think the GSOCs will still be there. The duty of care requirements within security programs, the brand protection implications of the GSOC. I think that AI will enable GSOCs to provide more value across the organization than just doing alarm clearing like it's doing today.
Sure.
But I don't see GSOCs going away. I think the number of people you're going to need in them will reduce.
Yeah.
And I think the number of things and the amount of impact that it can have will increase.
Oh, that's fair. So it's more about augmentation of what has been historically uh, and maybe more efficiencies brought to it, and maybe they even do broader things like than just the physical side. They also do cyber side.
Sure. I mean, I think that, some of this is very vertical specific, but
Yeah.
you see GSOCs more and more now taking on supply chain and logistics and brand protection and social media monitoring. I've never seen more impact from a particular event than the United Healthcare shooting
Yeah.
in terms of executive protection and how that's been applied across some of these organizations. And so the GSOCs, many of them are scrambling to figure out how do we actually take on those roles without just throwing more bodies at the problem. And I think that's really the types of stuff that we're going to see.
Yeah, it's interesting. The executive protection side. You're now multiple times I've heard about the impact that has had on the industry, which is going to be interesting to see the fallout.
A lot of times you see like this big reaction and then a pullback. And in this case, I haven't really seen the pullback.
Yeah.
And that's been a really interesting differentiator from this incident in particular.
Oh, that's interesting. All right. Well, I could sit here all day. You and I can do this for hours. So if people want to find out more information about Hivewatch, where's the best place to go?
Hivewatch.com/AI or check us out on LinkedIn.
All right. Very good. Ryan, thank you very much. Appreciate making
Good to
the time.
see you in the UK.
Always good. Oh, see you in like 48 hours. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, dude.
Yeah.